So the infinite is within the finite, and then the finite is within the infinite. And it seems like if we were to look at it one way going to the other, the finite being a part of the infinite has nothing to do on our end. That's just as it is. But
Mhm.
on the flip side, uh, there is something there where we have to connect almost. Um, we have to make the decision to connect with the infinite, to an extent. What would be the means of doing that?
Well, yeah. So, like you said, the infinite being connected to the finite is a property of the infinite itself. That is just a given. Um, and then the flip side of us connecting to the infinite, the means of doing that, uh, the the step one is the fact that the infinite is connected to the finite. You couldn't do it unless that was already true. So, and this is one of the reasons why, as I was coming around to Christianity to myself, I really thought they got right the idea of salvation. That salvation is something you don't earn, you could never earn, you don't achieve, you don't build it. It's just there. It's there by grace, as Christians would say. But so that's really, that's a hurdle that would be impossible to ever surmount. So that's the biggest thing and the first thing and the most important thing is that connection is established through no effort of our own, through no merit of our own. But I think, especially modern and maybe particularly American Christianity goes to the level of saying that's all that's important, and we play no part in any sort of relationship with the divine. It's all on the divine's end, and we don't. Our effort is completely irrelevant, and that's a practical problem because then it takes away your your the best purpose you have in your life. um but then it also metaphysically um makes you irrelevant. Everything's the divine, and then there's you, and why are you here? So we do have a part to play, and theologically, this is called synergism, where our will is compatible with God's will, where God acts and his action doesn't compete with our action. They can overlay each other or not overlay each other, but they're on two different levels, so they're not competing. It's not like God gives 100% and that means I must give 0%, or God gives 50% and therefore I must give 50%. It's God gives 100%, and then we are also free to give up to 100%. And it could be in line with God or it could be not. So what we can do practically would be, one, have some amount of faith in the possibility that it might be true that the infinite is intimately aware of and caring for the finite. That you have there's an infinite divine interest in your life. So just being aware of that, then the natural response is, okay, if that's true, then I can speak things into nothingness and say what I'm thinking, what I'm hoping for, what I don't understand. I can pray. I can start praying. That's where that starts. And then, um, and then going from there, but living, you know, hopefully living a life that accords with divine will, and more so.